that this can work if we step up and understand what we're trying to do. And it's not us versus them. See, each side has fallacies. The Jehovahite side has the fallacy of everyone else is evil. That's not what he says. But that's what the Christians end up coming around to, and that's wrong. Christians just need to do what it says: keep your nose clean, and treat your neighbor as yourself. That includes who you're calling evil. You don't get to call people evil. That's Jehovah's job, if there is such a thing, which there well might be. Now, there is such a thing as evil. Step away from it, but don't be mesmerized by it. That's the whole E-files. But it's also the idea that the elites manipulate us. Step away from that. They're just holding the line on this system, which includes an elite. And it's going to keep going that way until something breaks out. And the breaking out involves getting back to real things, which means food and other ways to ground the reality of it and get back to talking to each other. And the incentives to do that. And the need to do that, because we're going to have a planet that doesn't work. And people are thinking they can just watch this on the news or in the social media. But that's where you get your clues to what to do next. So right now, we're not meeting yet. But that's what needs to happen. We got a small town below a big city. And that's the situation everywhere. So what are you talking about? Can we grow some of the food we need so people don't have to buy it? How much is that worth in terms of time, in terms of somebody organizing that? That's the example of a real project that's stepping out from nowhere. But everything we're doing involves a grounding in real resources. Even though we're so removed from it, we don't understand it. What I was wanting to maybe pitch is what the point of this, beyond the idea of resources. People are also complaining about surveillance. Surveillance, if you get back to co-op ownership or membership in grounded resource companies, and then you bring that back to meaningful communities of belonging and meaning, and you know the people, and this is something you do gradually within the current context, and you're not forcing it on every industry. That doesn't have to go that way necessarily. It needs to happen with grounding keystone projects, and it can happen from many directions. Right now, I'm doing the direction of cultural appeal and trying to rationalize the logic of it. And that only goes so far. You have to demonstrate how it functions. And that comes out in the context of new enterprises or retrofitting old ones, or current businesses take a Thursday to try some of this or some format like that. And meanwhile, the more it's explained above board, the more the possibility of people visualizing it. I can see it. That's what I've been trying to share. And right now, a lot of that's to me in the one mind. And then I take notes and reshare it. But if there's anyone out there, we're talking about trying to make things happen, and then maybe also visualize more things that we can talk about how things happen. A lot of the things that can happen are simple to do, but they need the proper motivation to get people doing them. And I wanted to say some more proper motivation. Money goes away, other than how it relates to your credit within a context of grounded resource. So if you have credit in in a company or your own network of, that's where the food's coming from or whatever else you're talking about. And you have a very complex modern society. And the idea that all this gets retrofitted into this, not right away necessarily. But you take your time. But the first thing that happens is you're going from profit to providing. And it's a shift that happens organically. But I was going to say, there's other things that we fear, that the only way to do this is what I'm saying. People say the government's never going to serve us. That's right. The government is never going to serve you. The government serves the status economy. But if the status